We're not going to
I
start the
mean,
show yet.
that does go
Okay.
over well on YouTube, though, so.
Rapery
It certainly does.
Yeah. YouTube people sure love their rape.
Judging
It
by the
hasn't started
comments.
yet, so I think we're good. Probably not.
We were never good.
No. Always destined to be a shithouser.
Oh boy.
Come on, you. There we go. All right. All right. Fucking Corey, you should start recording these so I have to worry less about it. Please.
Yeah, that's good. Put more of that in my wheelhouse. That'll work out well.
Dude, it's pretty easy. You just fuck up the audio on every single episode you do ever, and then people complain to you about it.
And you tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, and you're just, you a fucking prick. No.
Works for me.
Alright, so I'm somehow louder, but I'm only on one channel. I'm no longer recording myself in stereo.
Do we need two of you?
Not necessarily.
I've often had nightmares about Matt coming at me from all sides.
Coming at you, huh?
My
Oh,
dick
boy.
is a spider monkey.
I
You have headphones on.
think
Okay.
one of my cats is taking a shit next to me, so that's exciting.
Is it stereo?
That's a good sign of things to come.
Just looking you right in the eye the whole time, like, "Grrr."
Clean up
It's
my
like, this
feces,
is-
human.
This is what's happening. This is what's going on right now. Oh boy.
This is my commentary about your show.
Oh, good thing it's our show, not his, then, right?
Yeah. This is when I think of Podcast of Terror.
Podcast of Terror, more like shit.
We're like shit covered in sand in a tiny box. But anyway.
Shit
I mean,
box.
we do always say that it's a show that's supposed to be about stuff that makes you poop.
Well, it's already working on at least someone in my apartment.
Oh boy.
Goal achieved.
Should we be talking about your wife's bowel movements on third?
She would prefer it, actually. She wants to get her bowel movements out there.
I mean, keeping them in is no good.
No, of course. Seriously. Now both of my cats are here,
Oh
so
boy.
this is going to get real fun.
Don't worry.
What's up? What do you want?
Still trying to figure out what I'm doing. Whoa.
This is no time to masturbate, man.
It's not! Oh my god!
How do I use it?
Put this away!
Oh, Dan, feel free to masturbate.
Oh, okay. I am the guest. I feel like I should have the right.
Or the left. Or the
To
straight.
the left.
This is a
kidnapped
dignified show.
It's a classy show, that's what I can tell. Now the other cat is taking a shit. They both waited until I was next to the litter box.
Isn't
Oh,
that how
God.
it's supposed to be? God, fucking piece of dog shit.
Jeez, I felt bad for being late. But
Dude, I've been
jeez.
putzing with this since like 6:32, so it's not even your fault.
Oh, jeez. Is this the new mixer you guys got?
You guys? You think Corey does anything other than just look pretty? This fucker just shows up.
Well, he looks pretty so well. I mean, you shouldn't have to do anything more than that.
To answer your question though, yes. So it's
Yeah, I figured.
instead of the old one where it's just a USB and then I just record all audio, it's that
Yeah.
fancy mix minus setup. So it uses an output into my computer, the headphone jack, and then the microphone jack into the mixer's second channel, and then I only record the mixer on my computer, so there's no loop back, but it still records the audio. So the mixer is like just different enough that it's annoying as fuck.
Gotcha.
Like it's got a gain. It's got a gain knob on it for some reason.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Could we had some reverb under us too?
I could make you both gainy as shit.
I prefer a wah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want a
right.
wah-wah pedal? You sound like a dying cat.
Oh my god, my cat!
Sweet.
No, he took it and he left. It's fine.
Jesus. Cool. Well, I'm ready. I figured it out. Now my
Cool.
computer wants me to update Java.
No.
I know.
Doesn't it always?
That's what kind of
Doesn't it
day
always?
this is. Your mixer's not going to work. By the way, update Java.
It's going to pop up like, you need to restart your computer in the middle of recording the podcast.
I restarted before we started.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Restart before the start.
Yep.
It's important.
Got to get her ready to go. It's like foreplay
Absolutely.
with my wife. You got to restart her, turn her off, and turn her back on.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of my foreplay also, turning off and then turning on.
I debone her before I rebone her.
That's right.
All right. I'm sweaty. And all I did was complain.
That takes a lot out of you.
Fuck. All right. I'm ready if you guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Corey, are you ready?
Much as I possibly can be.
Just want to make sure you're ready before we start this. Welcome to episode 55 of the Podcast of Terror, production of Galactic Nutcast. This is a podcast about the things that are scary. I'm your host, Matt Stein. With me, as always, is Corey Leaner Scott. Corey, how are you?
Oh, wait. My left or your left?
Well, it's your left. It kind of old hook dick, if you will.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Now, how'd you know my name in high school? Old Hook Dick.
Old hook dick. Well, I'll have to add that to the list. Now,
I mean, it helps when I do my vaudeville act, which is basically just pulling other vaudeville acts off the stage.
just get act with your penis. That's awesome.
You got banned in a few states for that act.
Jesus. You keep it down until it's your time over there.
Am I supposed to talk over the host? Hey everybody, this is Dan.
God damn it, Dan, you haven't been introduced yet. Shut up.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not that sorry.
I should mute you. Fuck. For more on this podcast, including show notes, contact information, subscription links, go to gncast.com/pot. You can share with us on our Slack channel during our shows at gncast.com/signup. While you're there, you can subscribe to our newsletter. We're spoiler heavy. We're going to spoil Wes Craven's new nightmare for you. I'm going to spoil a large bottle of beer. And if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it now. And I swear, Corey usually says something about I'm going to cut him off because our fucking guest is already a dick. So, this week we're joined by the creator of such fully fleshed out characters as Freak Goldberg, Hemus, Old Dracula Fingers, Jack's dad, and Sinead Doubtfire.
That's right.
He does some podcasts or something too. Dan Dick Fingers Mulhall.
Hey everybody!
No,
This is Worst Episode Ever, a podcast for people who love The Simpsons. Is that not what this is?
No.
I was drugged and pushed into a van and just told to start talking.
Is that why we're on a break?
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Nobody.
Hey everybody, this is Dan.
Nobody tell Jack that we stole Dan. We're rebooting Worst Episode Ever with Corey and I as hosts. And I don't know. Jack
would probably be happy to be rid of me.
Probably. I think I had like one heart-to-heart with him, and at the end of it, I'm like, dude, I want to give you a hug. I feel so bad for you.
Jack needs a hug and a beer and a new podcast host. So if anyone can provide that to him, that'd be great.
Well, I sent him 12 beers that he was supposed to share with you, and he drank them all.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, oh, Matt sent me a bunch of beer. They were good. I was like, oh, okay, good.
He like opened the box, he goes, do I have to share these? I'm like, well, I said I'd send Dan some too. And he goes, I'm just going to drink them all. I'm like, what? I tried. You were supposed to share.
It's all good. That's what good podcast hosts do to each other. I'm sure Corey's having drinks without you, and it's all good.
Corey's probably drinking Kool-Aid.
Iced tea.
Great. Oh.
I thought maybe he was starting a cult if he's drinking Kool-Aid. Like he was committing suicide live on the air.
He's starting a cult with iced tea.
Pretty much our entire
rapper.
career of podcasting is committing suicide on the air.
I would love to start a cult with Ice-T, like the rapper / actor.
Hey, I loved Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
I still do.
The Leprechaun in the Hood, that's a timeless classic with Ice-T.
Did we ever do that on this show? No.
Oh man, I should have picked that.
Next
I picked a good movie, or I picked a movie I actually liked instead of like a terrible movie. I felt bad after I picked Gremlins 2 the first time when Jack and I were on. I was like, let me like do a movie that we can actually talk about and like I kind of enjoy. So here we are. I'm jumping way ahead, I know that.
No, it's fine. Who fucking cares? Who's running the show anyways?
I assumed it was you, but maybe it's me now. I don't know.
I had this giant bottle of beer. I'm just gonna stare at it. As Dan says, this is great podcasting when you're
This
reading.
I was just gonna say, this is excellent podcasting.
I like how
A
the
lot of
bottle of
visual
beer
things.
is already half empty, and we just started the fucking show.
I'm not a
We haven't
fucking
even got to
pussy.
the first news story yet.
I
It's gonna be
waited.
that kind of a thing.
I waited until Dan got here. Well, I'm pouring it into a pint glass.
Oh, okay.
So
There you
I
go.
waited
Okay,
until
that
Dan
makes
got
sense.
here so we could hear the cork pop. And I was like, yeah, Dan's here. And then all hell broke loose with my fucking mixer.
Technical difficulties.
Not
On
even,
our shows-
it's just me. Just me being dumb. It's nothing to do with
No,
anything.
there's nothing to excuse that. That's just something you have to live with, Matt.
I got a little sweaty. I got nervous, so I got sweaty. It's a real shit show. Where are we?
When do we start recording? When does the show start?
5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, good. Hey, everybody, this is Dan. We're talking everything 90s and also everything before and after.
Dan's
And I'm
podcast
also
of terror
Dan.
brought to you by Dan. Sponsored by Dan.
So is that my full introduction? Should I just say, I host a show. It's called Worst Episode Ever. It's a podcast about The Simpsons. I host 90s Percentile. It's a podcast about the 90s. It's good stuff. WePodcast.com. Check it out.
You
That's
host.
what a host usually does, Matt.
You host D's Nuts. I didn't get a chance to ask you what else you do.
I know.
I
I'm
started talking about iced tea right away.
Remember when he freed the leprechaun from his prison
Oh God, what an
in that
idiot.
great film? Good times.
I'm like trying to remember what happened, and
I've seen the leprechaun was a statue, and he had a magic flute that Ice-T stole, and that turned the leprechaun back into an actual leprechaun.
I thought it turned him into Chris Maloney, and that's how they went about homicide together. Wait,
That was
Law and Order.
that was Back to the Hood, the sequel.
wait.
There actually is a leprechaun Back to the Hood, but Ice-T is not in it.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it. Who's in it? Warwick Davis. Yeah.
Sticky Fingers is in it. If that's a selling point
Do
on
you
a
know what
movie.
Do you know what the tagline is to this movie?
Oh man, I don't know.
Evil has a whole new rap.
Oh boy,
That's not a good one.
good times.
They should make a third.
A third in the Hood trilogy. Well, they made like 7 of those movies. I'm surprised you guys haven't done any of those yet. And maybe next time I'll have to do one of those.
You know, next time you should just bring like 4 movies. We'll do an 8-hour podcast.
This may be an 8-hour podcast to begin with. I was saying to my family actually before, I was like, yeah, this will be a good opportunity. You know, it's just me on the podcast, no Jack. We'll see, like, who's the one that derails the podcasts and make them go for so long? Is it me or Jack? And my entire family was like, it's not Jack.
No. Let's try to see how long. Okay. I see how long Jack's episode was when he was on back in July. So we'll see.
We're
see
gonna
how this one
top
lands.
that. We're gonna go double. Let's do it. You want me to talk about Leviathan? I'll talk about Leviathan.
That was a
I've
shitty
never
movie.
seen it, but I can talk about it anyway.
There's full circle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Leprechaun movies if you include the reboot, which is
Oh, yeah.
Origins.
That's actually the only one I haven't seen.
It's not very good, but take a stab at the Rotten Tomatoes average percentage of the all Leprechaun movies.
Oh man, the average across all 7 of them?
Mhm.
It's gonna be pretty low. I'm gonna say like 25.
Corey?
14.
You cocksucker, you're looking at Wikipedia, aren't you?
No, I just totally blanked on that. And is that right? Is that
Yeah, it
close?
is.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 of them got a 0. 2 got
Wow.
a 25. Leprechaun in the Hood got a 33. That was the highest.
So that's the best Leprechaun movie.
It really is.
Leprechaun the Hood is the apex of the series.
Such a good movie. Oh, I got Leprechaun in Space.
Woo.
Schwarzenegger.
In that movie.
So
Leprechaun in Space is actually not as good as you think it's going to be. Like, you think Leprechaun in Space is going to be crazy. It's really, really boring. Leprechaun 3, much better when he goes to Vegas.
Jesus, does he put it all in black?
Or
is he a
yeah, he does.
No.
And Wesley Snipes goes by and is like, I like the line.
Jesus. Is he banging a black chick? Is that what you're talking about?
Hey, man, I don't want to spoil everything in the movie.
Fuck. Let's see. Oh, make that. No. Picture. Wikipedia, you're really letting me down with the size of the photo here. Oh, Jesus. The tagline to Leprechaun 3, Welcome to Vegas. The odds are you won't leave alive.
Nice.
So
They were in the room all night trying to think of that one, but it was
Sure.
worth it.
I'm sure. We should probably actually do what we came here to do, which is starting off with news. I don't know, Jack. Oh, fuck, you're not even Jack. I did that last week when I said who was going to be on the show next week. I called you
I
Jack.
heard that. I did listen to that, and yeah. So I'll pretend to be Jack for the rest of the show. Hey, I drank all your beers. They were good.
I'm sad. I can't do a Jack voice.
I don't think I can either.
Jack will not listen to this, so fuck you, Jack.
He probably will, so I love you, Jack.
Fuck you, Jack. I haven't gotten drunk enough to tell him I love him yet.
Yeah.
That I remember.
It'll happen.
That I remember.
Yeah.
Put that little footnote in there.
He just told me you've been sending him threatening letters in the mail, like, why won't you return my calls? I love you more than Dan.
He stopped responding to my dick pics, so I just draw my penis and snail mail it to him now. You're gonna see.
I can't tell if that's a really lazy stalker or like really, really involved. That's a lot of extra work.
You want to find out?
No, stick with Jack.
Stick with Jack. Are you insinuating that Jack needs friends?
He needs more stalkers. I have enough.
Now that AOL Instant Messenger is closed down.
Now I've stopped harassing young women on AOL Instant Messenger.
Man, so
check out 90th percentile for more on that.
We're gonna talk about that real quick because
okay.
Because it's not weird for me to talk about you when you're on my podcast, but if I just email you about my thoughts, so there was like 3 or 4 girls whose phone numbers I got, like during the chat room days, and never thought twice about it. Funny story, mildly racially insensitive.
Uh-oh.
It's my fault because I'm a naive kid who grew up in a city of no ethnicity. Besides, it was like Caucasian and Hmong. There was no African American. And I met a girl. She was pretty fucking cool, at least I thought. Talked to her on the phone a lot, and we were watching the MTV Video Music Awards, I believe. It was when Bone Thugs and Harmony were big. They were singing their song, and she was talking about how awesome it was and how great Bone Thugs were, and I was like, I hate rap. And then made a comment about how, like, I don't listen to rap because I'm not an African American fellow.
Oh boy.
Because I was like, badass, I listen to Metallica, and she's like, oh yeah, I totally do because I'm black. And I was like, burp, 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 burp. Then the $200 phone bill showed up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, back in the day when there was no free long distance calling.
Yeah, that really went away, long distance calling. That used to be a big deal. Remember there was a time in the 90s, I'm sorry to turn this into 90%, when like 1-800-COLLECT was a thing, and there were like a bunch of knockoff versions too. It's like, when was collect calling such a priority that we had to have so many commercials with Carrot Top in them telling us how to do it?
I forgot about that. But you think about it, like, phone minutes on whole don't even matter anymore.
No, not at all. I mean, people don't use their phones for talking on the phone anymore. It's all texting and getting dick pics.
Pornography. I only use mine for pornography. That's
what he just said, getting dick pics. No, I mean, we went through the phase of after the phone company got broken up, we started having the commercials for all the different long-distance companies like MCI and Sprint and all those things kind of started out. And then it was the collect numbers, and then it was texting was the big expense on cell phones. Yeah. It's like, oh, you could only get so many texts per month. And then it was like, well, now we're going to have to give you free texting because nobody fucking uses it anymore. Mm-hmm. And free minutes, too, because nobody talks to anybody anymore, and we're going to charge you for the internet portion of it.
Right.
Bastards.
Yeah, I guess what next is just, we're going to have you pay per second that you have the screen turned on your phone.
Oh, jeez. I wouldn't be surprised.
They're going to know when I'm pooping. Isn't that what
they already do. You accidentally hit the live button on Facebook when you were searching through it when you were taking a crap earlier.
You saw that?
We all saw it. We all saw it. And I think you need to go to a doctor that is not a normal color.
Why is your dick purple?
Look like Elvis.
Why you guys gotta be so mean about my penis color?
Well, if you'd stop sending so many pictures of it.
I was waiting for it.
I've been able to study it in depth.
So we started the show 14 minutes ago and successfully have yet to talk about anything related to anything horror related.
I don't know.
So,
I've seen your dick, and that is horror.
Speaking of Stranger Things, our first story.
I've been trying to do that for 10 minutes now.
Have you done?
Not really.
First story Matt brings to us is Stranger Things producer talks bigger, badder, darker season 2. So we've got the official announcement, because it seemed like it was announced but not really announced, that there is going to be a season 2 of Stranger Things, and it is going to be a continuation of the first season. But they are going to be bringing in some newer characters and kind of up the ante. It's not just going to be the same group. There's some additions going on in this, which is good.
Dan, you've seen Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, I love Stranger Things. I'm real excited for season 2. I think Corey, you might have said this in last week's episode that once it was picked up for season 2, they're continuing the story. It would have kind of been nice if it was a totally different story, though. Like, I could go either way. It'll be interesting to see where they take this story, but the idea of the same cast or even some new people, like an American Horror Story type thing, could have been really, really interesting.
Well, I heard that there's potential. The internet said this, and it wasn't like a credible source, but they're thinking that they might do 2 or 3 seasons of the same characters and then switch characters.
I could see that.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. So it's kind of American Horror Story, but not really.
Yeah.
And plus, these kids are at this age only for so long, and they were all so talented, and they were just great. And I kind of get why we should utilize them while we can for what this is.
What is this?
A really good show.
Oh, I didn't know.
Hell yeah!
I thought it was great, and
I loved it.
The fuck! I didn't expect that conversation to end so quickly. Congratulations, we've grown up a little bit.
We can keep talking about your penis if that would help.
No. That's the worst part is this is not the first episode in which my penis has come up at length. So,
now it's during every episode. Okay.
Jesus. So it's this. The next story is something we've previously talked about multiple times. So I was really, really excited to see this. The movie Death House, the trailer finally came out, and it's one of those sweet, sweet, sexy red band trailers. I'm guessing you're not familiar with Death House at all, Dan?
I have never heard of Death House.
So Death House is...
Is this a real movie?
Yes. Yeah, they're calling it the Expendables of horror.
Ooh.
Let me find a better list of the characters that doesn't have a trailer attached that's going to play for everybody.
I am very interested in an Expendables but horror movies.
Yes. Fuck you, IMDb. There's a bunch of people in it. Tony Todd, Dee Wallace, Vernon Wells, Michael Berryman, Sid Haig, Robert Crampton, Bill Moseley, Kane Hodder, Shane Wallen, Richard Speight Jr., Lindsay Hartley, I'd bang her, Camille Keaton, maybe, and then some other random slut, Cody Longo.
Nice.
But yeah, it's everybody who is ever anybody in horror. But they're not like playing, like Kane Hodder's not playing Jason.
Right, of
they're
course.
just playing. He's like a serial killer. It's about a secret prison, and the Death House sends. Excuse me. It's a secret prison known as the Death House, and I think the CIA. They never say who, but they send 2 agents to fight through a labyrinth of horrors while being pursued by a ruthless army of roaming inmates. As they fight to escape, the agents push towards the lowest depths of the facility, where they learn a supernatural group of evil beings are their only chance for survival.
Well, that sounds badass, and I will definitely see that movie.
Yeah, it just sounds like everybody dies.
Yeah.
Sign me up. But like the trailer, the trailer looks really cool.
Cool, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, when they first started talking about this, we covered it because that's what we do. We cover all of the latest, hottest news.
Oh, definitely. I can tell. First, there's 14 minutes of nonsense, and then it's Stranger Things season 2 is coming out.
Are you making fun of us?
No.
Because I know
Please. You've listened to our shows. You know that we do not stay on topic.
I've been on your shows.
Yes. Yeah, and those were good episodes.
They're so much fun. I'm really not with it, so sorry.
So this is just going great.
I'm really fucking tired, and beer.
I'll take over from here, Matt. Hey, everybody, This is Dan, and we're talking everything horror and also something with terror. We got Matt Stein and we got Corey on the line, and we're talking everything in the horror genre. It's a podcast of terror. Here we go with our first horror terror topic.
Hookers.
Hookers! Look at the hookers. They are terrifying.
Is this rash infected? Oh, that should be a new topic. That's our new weekly bit. Is this infected?
Probably.
Is this a rash?
You should see a doctor.
So, thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Just in general, just please see a doctor. Is there something wrong with your face that's just not right?
Oh. Anyway, let's reel this in a little bit since I still got some steam from talking about Death House.
All right, let's do it.
Kane Hodder, I have a serious man crush on him. I got a little sweaty thinking about him. There's a documentary coming out about him. Recently had the director for that on a couple weeks ago, a month ago, or whatever. But they're
cool.
also making a Friday the 13th video game, and I don't think you play video games. I think Jack would if he had time.
Yes, Jack has definitely told me about the Friday the 13th game. I've seen like very, very little about it, but it seems awesome. Do you play as Jason, or are you someone like running from Jason?
It's 7 versus 1, so 7 people play as camp counselors and 1 person plays as Jason.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So there was a Kickstarter, and they made like over $1 million to do this game.
Wow.
So they released a new gameplay trailer that's every kill that Jason can do in the game. And it's fucking insane. They took kills from like the movies. So there's I don't specifically remember which movie, but the chick like gets a spear through the mouth, then he like pulls it out the backside of her head. That's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Smashing faces into walls.
Just kicking her in the face when she's down on the ground, or kicking her into a fireplace that's lit. I think the greatest thing about this montage of death scenes, though, is the awesome 80s style hairband music that's playing behind it. That is,
nice.
I think it's from a band called Crazy Licks, according to the video.
Let's find out if Crazy Licks is a real band. Crazy Licks.
I mean, if you're going to do a Friday the 13th game, you get Crazy Licks to do the score.
Oh, silly me, I spelled licks wrong.
Yes.
L-I-X.
It's an X, isn't it? It's 2 X's? Ooh. That's so much better.
Like
holy
Brittany
shit.
Fox or...
Crazy Licks is playing in Russia at the end of September, so...
All right, we're going, the 3 of us. I'm buying tickets
we're going to play here.
They're in the UK, though, too. Oh, they're a Swedish band, that's why.
Ah.
It's now my life's mission to see this band. That's it. We're starting a Crazy Licks podcast called Crazy Podcast
everywhere.
Or Podcast Licks.
Official music video for Hell-Raising Women. It's like the first thing that pops up for them. They just look fantastic.
Oh, I'm sure. It's such a good band. I'm going to purchase their entire discography after this. So yeah, Friday the 13th is supposed to come out. It just says fall 2016. It's supposed to be in October. It fucking better be in October. Because if that game comes out after Halloween, it's going to be a huge disappointment.
Yeah, really. That's not like a Christmas time game. Like, that has to be out in October.
I'll still play it on Christmas. I will ignore my family to play that game on Christmas.
Yeah.
So this last story totally ties into what we're talking about. I have to apologize that I'm not fucking with it today. Dan's got me flustered. Pants are tight.
I have that effect on everyone except women.
Aren't you married?
Yep.
How did you pull that one off?
That's how he proved his hypothesis.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus. I'd marry you. It's legal.
All right.
We can do it now.
We're getting divorced. I'm ready.
Want to print off the papers real quick, get rid of mine. Who's moving in with who?
I think you're going to have to move here. Sorry, Matt.
Okay, that's fine. You probably make more money than I do. I need an allowance.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
That's all right. Cool. So first ever on the podcast of terror, a marriage. It's the first podcast of terror marriage. We're breaking all sorts of boundaries. 2 men.
That's right.
Oh.
Podcast first.
You know what else? when I was doing dishes earlier, I decided, yeah, because when Jack was on, we talked about doing like a Super Friends podcast with all four of us, and I think we
Yeah.
should call it like the Super Friends Hour with Corey, Jack, Dan, and Matt.
Perfect.
First of all, I just want to say you do dishes. Now I want to marry you.
The cleanest house in my kitchen is the kitchen. Wait.
The cleanest house in your kitchen is the kitchen.
Cleanest room in my house is the kitchen.
Considering how your brain works, I also feel like I could fuck around on you and you would never guess because
So he's really just like the perfect like put upon housewife. You're gonna clean the kitchen and you won't notice if we're out screwing around. Matt, this is getting more enticing with every moment.
I don't think I want to be married to you anymore.
I popped the bubble and now you're completely confident and calm talking to me.
after seeing your dick pics though from the bathroom earlier, I don't know if you got a lot of choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? Anyways, let's make fun of someone else that's not my penis. MC Chris is releasing a Freddy Krueger tribute album.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And nerdcore rapper MC Chris is doing an album that is completely themed around Freddy Krueger.
I fucking hate MC Chris.
I used to be really, really into MC Chris.
Go figure. Married
Like way back in the day. And now, like, the whole nerdcore rap thing, I'm, like, completely over it. Like, I don't know if it's a genre that has a lot of staying power.
Yeah, and I'm
There's a cat butt next to my face.
right. I'm only familiar with MC Chris from Aqua Teen, Hunger Force, and CeeLo
Sure.
2021.
Yep.
So I've never really followed his stuff. I know he did My Backpack's Got Jet song that was in
It was
Zack
in
and Miri
C-Lab,
Make
I
a
think.
Porno. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that was a good one. But yeah, I like his first few albums. I listened to them a lot, and I would try to tell like my friends who were into like actual music. I was like, "No, listen to this. This is really good," and they were just like, "Okay, Dan." And now I don't
same
talk
thing
to
with
them
like
anymore.
MC Frontalot was another one that I just like. I tried a couple of times to listen to it. I'm just I get the references, but it's not my jam, you know.
Yeah.
See, I like Billy the Fridge. No,
I think you've mentioned
That one I've
before.
never heard of. I've never heard of Billy the Fridge.
is the big fat white guy who wears a gold chain with a donut on it around his neck.
I like him so far.
I wouldn't really call him like nerdcore. His latest song that he put out was about it was called Cardboard Crack. It was about Magic, the card game.
Oh,
That's right.
Get
You
it?
have
Yeah.
mentioned that
Get it?
before.
Yeah, it's not quite nerdcore, but anyways, let's get back to making fun of MC Chris because I fucking so there's a song in the news story that we have. It's actually the beat's really cool, but there's something about hearing what sounds like a prepubescent girl like rapping over this beat that just doesn't it doesn't do it for me, and that's or
Yeah.
I think it loses me. But it was probably a year and a half ago. There was a news story that came out where he like kicked someone out of a club where he was playing for some really stupid reason, and ever since then I just thought he was a fucking jackass prick. I'm gonna look it up.
He seems like the type of guy who could become like, he's not really famous, but any small amount of fame that he's gotten would have gone right to his head.
Like
Let's
let's see. So in 2012, he kicked someone out. So this guy tweeted, "Dear nerd rapper opening for Power Glove / MC Chris, you're not good enough to pander to me. Better luck next time." MC Chris kicked the guy out for this.
Wait, so this was the guy tweeted at this before the show, and
Yeah,
MC Chris was like, "Yo, who tweeted this at me?" and then like kicked the guy out.
pretty much.
All right, if true, he is a d-bag.
Yeah. I'm just skimming this story, but I marched on stage and in between songs with Richie, grabbed the microphone, and I said, "Who is this person's name?" He came up and I said, "You're going to have to go off with somebody with the venue and tell them to escort you off for talking shit on Twitter."
I don't usually think you get kicked out of places for talking shit on Twitter. Most people don't think
Twitter for talking shit on Twitter.
This is true. You don't get kicked off Twitter for racism and misogyny.
Yeah.
Yep. So the guy's response said, "I walked out to the lobby, grabbed a soda, was sitting there when I heard the crowd went nuts and MC Chris started talking. I heard him ask for my real name. My friend and I looked at each other confused and heard him ask for it again. I got up, walked back into the floor, raised my hand. He then pointed to me and yelled, "Security is going to take you the fuck out now. That's what you get for talking shit on Twitter."
Yeah, that's a dick move.
Yeah, I remember shortly thereafter, MC Chris released a video like crying, apologizing.
Really?
And apparently, that's not the first time that he's like released some half-hearted, "woe is me, I have a fucking vagina" video. There's nothing wrong with vaginas, by the way.
Hell no.
I don't know. You're trying to be like this tough guy and kick people out because they make fun of your opener, but then you turn around and you cry on YouTube and apologize for kicking them out.
Well, the rap genre, even the nerd rap genre, is generally supposed to be like you're hard and not releasing crying videos on YouTube, which is usually reserved for Britney Spears fans.